Society, along with Mayor Coyne and Economic Development Officer Schatz. A little bit of a learning curve for that group for the Zoom meeting. It was a bit delayed, but I think they're going to discover how useful that tool is, and that is my report.
Thank you, Councillor Elliott. It sounds like a broken record, but I just want to read a message I received, because this is not the only one, but it was, please pass on to the crew for the fabulous light up this year and every year. So everywhere I go, people are commenting about how great the lights look this year. It's been a real, I think, morale booster for the community.
Absolutely.
The 17th, as Councillor Elliott said, we had the Healthcare Steering Committee meeting. On the morning of the 19th, I attended a meeting as well as CAO Thomas and Ed was there and Jim. For the we met with industry and local political representatives about AIM, highways, and the road PETITIONS. Same day, I had a regional district board meeting. On the 20th, we had a regional district budget session all day. On the 25th, we had our community forest meeting that was on Zoom. It was fun. On the 2nd, we had the special meeting of council, and then I followed that by a SILGA board meeting. And then following that, I had two telephone meetings with the with MLA Russell, and I had a meeting with Princeton and District Community Services regarding Vermilion Court. I just want to let everybody know that everybody is working around the clock to try to come up with a solution before the 15th. This takes up a lot of, I believe, everybody's time. We have our MLAs working with 2 different ministries right now to come up with funding options. I've been working with Vermilion Court a few times a week, back and forth on funding models to try to come up with a way to maintain services there. On the 3rd, we had a regional district board meeting, and then the museum meeting, and then on the 4th, I had a regional district budget meeting, and then this evening, just before council, I was attending a mental health meeting on Zoom, and that is my report.
Are you able to expand a little bit on the concerning AIM highways? It sometimes seems that after the last snowfall, where our town was cleared amazingly well, that maybe we should put our crew out on the highway.
I will say that we met with the meeting itself was organized by industry. Industry has some major concerns over the condition of Highway 3, Highway 5A, and all the auxiliary roads. It was made very clear that industry is not happy. The Ministry of Transportation was in on that conversation as well. We are doing a follow-up meeting, I believe, on the 15th of December, 14th or 15th, I can't
I remember sometime not too long ago finding out the revenue that went from our mine and our mill every year to the province. And that needs to be reflected in their attitude towards keeping the
And
road.
that was a big part of what industry was trying to get across, was the GDP that comes from this community versus our population is a little bit different than some other areas of the province. And our service requires that it's done to the right standards for the roads that we have to keep that money flowing to the province and to the economy. I think we made our point, but we'll find out on the 15th. We haven't had a snowfall since, so. Time will tell. That's reports. Correspondence received and filed. We have 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, a letter from the regional district, a letter from the Vermilion Forest Field Naturalists, and a letter to UBCM regarding conventions for the board.
So moved.
I'll second.
Questions?
I just wanted to point out that I feel for the Vermilion Forks Field Naturalists. They've been working so hard on trying to get this BC Nature AGM Conference underway, and unfortunately they've chosen to walk away from it in 2021.
Any other questions? All in favor? Great. 9, 10, 11, new business.
No, that's okay. So today we were forwarded an update dated December 4th from the province. It's a guidance for the conduct of public hearings under Ministerial Order M192. And within it, it gives some, it's saying what's different with this order from the previous one, where we could decide whether we're continuing to meet personally or online. We are encouraged to continue to meet personally, but then it goes into more detail about how can the public be involved and how can we proceed with our public consultations or public hearings. At this time, confirm with Carrie, we don't have any bylaws that are requiring public hearings, but we do have our bylaw for our financial plan that's to be advertised for public consultation. So my request would be that we make a motion to direct our Director of Finance to, or to, under this directive, find a way to allow public feedback and then make recommendations to council.
So, before we make a motion, can I ask, where are you at with the public consultation?
So, the section of the community charter, and I'm sorry it escapes me right now, it's not right in front of me, but the budgetary process requires that we submit the financial plan to public consultation. In the past, the town has published data online through the website, through social media, and through the creation of a mailer or a printout showing various aspects of the financial plan. But we haven't done a formal public meeting. I'm not sure how far that goes back, but several years back. Usually the public consultation process is an invitation to comment. Any comments that are received by the public are forwarded onto the report when we pass on third reading for council's deliberation and consideration. Absolutely, if council wants to go by way of a Zoom meeting or something else, staff will absolutely entertain putting that into the financial plan consideration before it goes to third reading.
And we talked, was it last week or week before, that you were looking at possibility of a video or something like that to explain the budget and process to the public?
Yeah, it's a complicated document to create that PowerPoint to get everything done. I think we'll be done by the end of the week, and then we should be able to put that forward to the public.
Yes. Well, because last year we did a joint public presentation with Regional District on our,
The plan was to do a joint meeting with the regional district this year.
Again.
Last year, the regional district did a public open house at Riverside Center, and we did our solicitation for potential comment. But we did not do a public meeting
And
last
that
year.
was later in the year as well, because
Right.
regional district, we don't have a budget as of yet at the regional district. We're way ahead of where we normally are because we changed the budget policy. So that we
Here.
could- Yeah, so that we could have our numbers ready for the regional district instead of
The other way.
submitting budget numbers to the regional district after the budget's been set and not being able to change any of the rates.
Right. No, and I get that, and I appreciate that's maybe just even having it formally acknowledged, we're ahead of schedule with our budget from previous years. Like, we've developed the policy, we're following it. We're right now at the beginning of determining what our public consultation process will be. How can we engage with the public? So within this is some ideas of how the public can interact with us. And then we have our policy in regards to the budget. So just making sure that it's I know that people could just phone you and answer the majority of their questions very easily by just making a phone call to the office.
Regardless of whether we do a public meeting or not, there'll be at least 4 weeks of public consultation when it's formally announced to the public. So there'll be a lot of time to formulate questions, read the bylaw, seek clarification, and if at all possible, any member of the public can submit comment that can be included in council's deliberations for third reading.
Correct, perfect. And that's the thing, I know we've all discussed it, but it's making sure that it's, because right now, we don't have a date for when we're even going to review third reading. Right now, it's just on the table. We haven't even had a public meeting in regards to the budget, period. We've had strategic planning, we've presented it first, second reading. At this point, we haven't done that public, here's this, here's that. So we would need, if there is concerns within what's being proposed, and for example, I'm going kind of off topic, but I've discussed with you, James, about like on Schedule C, it was presented as being a portion of that, the Visitor Info Center, 230,000, it reads coming from taxation, where in fact, it's not from taxation, it's from,
On sales reserve.
so that needs to be corrected. That kind of thing is what I'm saying. There has to be a way to document and allow, we have the opportunity within this document to go a little bit more open on our platform of how can we,
I have not, no.
so anyways, maybe just to take it into consideration when you're making your dates, because we don't have a date. I would. If somebody would second it. So that, that this document be taken into consideration for reviewing the public consultation portion of our budget.
Got that, Coyne?
That document, do we have a name for the document? Ministerial order, guidance for the conduct of public hearings. Guidance for the conduct of public hearings. Yeah.
The ministerial order document, and I will get the correct name
Mhm.
for it, to be put into consideration for the public consultation for the financial plan bylaw.
Seconder, Councilor Coyne,
Thank you.
any questions or comments? Councilor Lake?
Yeah, kind of going sideways here, but we're talking about public and access and so on and so forth, and I just have a question, and I don't know, I hope James, or Finance Director Graham can answer it for me. Have the viewership numbers for the live streams gone up since COVID has closed down our facility to the public?
Without actually pulling the statistical data, I don't think there'd be a significantly significant increase in that number.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you.